subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right, I'm in the building. I'm in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the building, and round of applause for you. Round of applause for you. What's going on with y'all, man? Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Hope everybody's chilling. Hope everybody had a great week. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. I'm here, you here. Let's get this thing cracking. I think, am I early? I'm still on East Coast time. I'm still in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. I don't know what time it is on the West Coast, but I guess I'm usually earlier than when I go on. I don't know. My time is so off. I've been in about 3, 4 different time zones, so I don't know nothing. But I'm here. We're ready to chop it up. Y'all give me a retweet. Y'all let everybody know that we're live. Y'all give me that good retweet. Let them know that we're live. Let me give some shout outs to some of the regulars in here, ladies and gentlemen. We got brother Ani Asaru. We got Rhonda. We got Kev. We got Black Native. We got Moshi. We got Michi God, Ty Powell, Trinity, Suntan, Noel, Annika. We got Nikki the God. We got brother Twizzle from the town. We got Dominique. We got brother Marcel and the Tethernator and many, many others. So glad to have you guys tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I am still in Atlanta. Shout out to everybody who gave me some food recommendations earlier. I was asking about food recommendations when I was on Instagram Live earlier, and people were giving me different recommendations because I wanted barbecue. And people were recommending Fox Barbecue. I think that's the name of it. And I ordered Fox. Um, I ordered it. It was a little bit cold. The sister who delivered it, she had a Nissan Altima, and some of that Nissan Altima air conditioner, I guess, hit some of my wings, and they weren't as hot as they were supposed to do. You know, them Nissan Altima vents are pretty vicious, but it was all right. It was all right. The sauce was very spicy barbecue sauce. I like their baked beans at Fox Barbecue. The baked beans were good. The mac and cheese was all right. They got very good banana pudding. That's good. So, yeah, Fox, what is it? Fox Brothers, something like that. It was okay. I wasn't, I've had better. I'll say that. I've had better. Wasn't bad, but I've had better. The sauce was a little too spicy. I like my barbecue sauce to be a little sweeter. Their barbecue sauce is damn near like hot sauce. So that's what that was. But Atlanta, I love Atlanta, man. Beautiful, beautiful people out here, man. Atlanta is still a vibe. A lot of foreigners out here, but Atlanta is still a vibe. Atlanta is still a vibe. I went down to Underground Atlanta. Went down there because I needed a little manicure, pedicure. My hands and feet are looking a beast. All this traveling and lifting bags and running all over the place, different weathers and all that. I looked down at my feet, and my feet was giving Morgan Freeman. So I said I needed to go and get my manicure, pedicure game up. I went to the Lenox Mall. Um, I didn't see no nail shops up there. I saw a whole bunch of other shit, but I get on that later. But I said, well, let me just go down to I know there's a spot over there by Underground. So I went over there. There's a nail shop. The Underground Atlanta is like hoodish. It's hood as hell. And they did a great job. They did a phenomenal job over there. I can't think of the name of it, but if you're in Atlanta, you know what it is. It's right across the street from Underground Atlanta, right over there, um, right off Alabama Street, I think. And those, it's kind of a hood spot, it's a hood spot. And I guess they're used to doing hood feet, because when you're doing hood feet, you got to work harder. You got to do a lot of extra stuff. And they were giving me a manicure, and they were doing all this extra stuff, which was cool, but they were using scorching hot water. There was a whole bunch of other sisters in there, and they weren't flinching. I was flinching. The water was hot as shit. They were using I guess they use hotter water on the hood feet. I don't know what it is. They were using this scorching hot water on my ass. And the tub in which you put your feet in, they had some towels on my feet. They wrapped my feet in towels, and the water was already hot as hell. Then they put more hot water on the shit and the steam. I'm like, am I getting a manicure or a goddamn crab boil? This shit was hot as hell. But the manicure and the pedicure looked good. It was good, but damn, it was somewhat painful. Um, Over there in underground Atlanta, boy, you see some tough shit out here. There was a brother, I saw a dude walking across the street with his shirt off. The nigga had bullet wounds. He had like gauges. What are those little they're like bandages. Um, Nikki, what are those things? Nikki, you're a nurse. What are those things? Is the gouge where they put in bullet wounds? This nigga had his shirt on. He had like 5 bullet wounds. I'm not even exaggerating. Nigga walking around with bullet wounds. Up here eating some slutty vegan fries like it wasn't shit. This was right over in underground Atlanta. Nigga had bullet wounds, just walking around with bullet wounds. I'm like, God damn. Well, Atlanta is raw. But it's a vibe, shit. It's, you get the good, the bad, and everything in between. Atlanta is a vibe. Y'all give me a retweet. Let everybody know I'm live. Y'all give me a retweet. Nicety girl, I see you, beloved. Give me a retweet. Let everybody know we're in the building. Let me see, who is this? Is this one of these Indian people? They call in early. Hold on, let me get this, because these Indian folks be calling in here trying to catfish. Suitfulin. Hop on, Suitfulin. Oh, he got out of here. Yeah, I don't want y'all calling up with that bullshit. Y'all don't be wanting nothing. Y'all be up here trying to catfish people and get people to give y'all cash app money. Hey, you following me? I want to be a pen pal. I want to make friends. Follow me. No, no, dude. Y'all get out of here with that shit. Yeah, don't y'all start that. Yeah, those East Indians and those Pakistanis always come up in here with that weirdo ass stuff. But listen, this is what I want to talk about. I want to get into some game stuff tonight. Because I noticed something in Atlanta especially when I was at the Lenox Mall. Do we have any Atlanta people in here? Where are my Atlanta people? There's something very interesting I learned about Atlanta. What I'm noticing about Atlanta. Where are my Atlanta people? If you're from or in Atlanta, raise your hand. I know we got some Atlanta folks up in here. Where are my Atlanta people? Y'all raise your hand. I know we got some Atlanta folks in here. Let me see. Ernez is giving the thumbs up. Carmen giving the hands up. Who else is in Atlanta? Ty, I didn't know you were down here. Ty, what's up, Ty? At my hotel, it's real popping at my hotel. There's a lot of people. I don't know what's going on, but it's a lot of people here. There was some. I was at the elevator. I got I got an Atlanta. I got a very Atlanta compliment. It was some young kids. They were they're early 20s, late teens, early 20s. I got one of them Atlanta compliments from the kids. I was at the elevator. I got on my little outfit, whatever. My little drip. The kids came out. God damn, you fresh as fuck. They gave me one of them. They gave me an Atlanta compliment, ladies and gentlemen. They were like, you fresh as fuck, unk. They hit me with the unk. All right, I'll be unk. All right. That's some Atlanta shit right there. All right. All right. Well, thank you, young man. Thank you, children. All right. There it is. So yeah, they gave me the you fresh as unk. They hit me with the unk. Okay, I'll be unk. I am unk. I'm unking it up, but I'm fresh. I'm the fresh unk. I'll be all that. Yes, indeed. But I love Atlanta. Well, got to talk about what's going on in Atlanta. You know what I noticed at Lenox Mall? And the young girls, young ladies out here in Atlanta, let me say this, y'all got to step y'all game up out here. All you young women, when I mean young girls, I mean like early 20s. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Early 20s. When I say young girls, early 20s, I'm not talking about teenagers and stuff. I'm talking about women in the early 20s. Y'all young women out here in Atlanta, y'all got to step it up. You know why? The aunties out here are on your ass. Them aunties and them grandmas out here in Atlanta are on your bumper. I noticed that at the Lenox Mall. These aunties are getting them asses done. These grannies are getting new fannies. They're getting a second lease at life out here, and they're using it to their advantage. These aunties are on your bumper, young women. These 48, 58, them older women are on your bumper. I'm at the Lenox Mall. I'm seeing a lot of them Cougars with some of them YNs up there. I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of them big booty grannies with big fannies out there with YNs. Deep. I saw a few of them. They out here breaking bread on them YNs, ladies. I'm telling y'all, these YNs out here getting bags from these Cougars in Atlanta. I'm seeing it in real time. Ladies, young ladies, y'all better step y'all shit up. And this is rare because usually you go somewhere, the young ladies are really running the yard. But not in Atlanta. These aunties and grannies are on your ass. These grannies got these big wide asses that then got lifted. They titties got done. They done got liposuction. They got a little shape back. Now the face is still old. I saw a big booty had a face like Della Reese, but had a young nigga with her at Macy's getting that nigga something. It's different out here in Atlanta, dude. It's different. These YNs are getting bags out these Cougars, and they ain't got no problem breaking these young niggas off. It's why my daughter calling me? But listen. Let me tell y'all something. And I go to some of these other stores. I see some of the y'all young ladies out here running around here with these little pajama pants and goddamn dirty house shoes. That ain't cutting it. Y'all losing with that bullshit. Come on, this is what I'm saying. Listen, these Cougars, they're papered up. You dig? The ass game is on point. They didn't step that ass game up. Hold on, wait. Hold on, my daughter's texting me. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, my daughter's there's some shit going on, and they got something going on at the museum. Y'all bear with me. They got something. There's something going on at the museum. Hold on. We got something going on there. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting texts from my daughter. Okay, but I'm here. I'm here. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, like I said, Atlanta is a different beast. Let's get Carmen. Let's get Carmen in here. Carmen, are you in Atlanta? What's going on, Carmen? Carmen's making a request to get on. Carmen, hop on. Carmen, you want to get on? Okay, why the hell you request to get on and you're not saying nothing? Carmen? Okay. Carmen ain't saying nothing. Well, why the hell you request? Don't make a request to get on and you ain't trying to get on. But yeah, like I said, listen, my Atlanta people, ladies in Atlanta, you really got to step that game up. You really got to step it up because it's different out here. Let me tell you why some of these cougars and these aunties are winning, why they on your bumper. You dig? Hmm, hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, guys. Ah, goodness. Um, let me tell y'all why these women are winning. Let me tell y'all why they're winning out here. Let me tell y'all why the game is different and these women are winning out here. These aunties, see these older women. Let me tell you something. The cosmetic game that was a game changer. The butt lifts and the breath that's a these older women now they match the physical aesthetic that was really once exclusive to the younger women. So now, the younger women used to have the advantage of the hourglass figure and the firm ass and all of that. Now some of these young women, shit, you 21 and you built like a Teletubby because you done set up eating hot goddamn Cheetos and you ain't got enough money for no surgery. So now these aunties who's papered up, they can go down to Colombia or Mexico and get nipped and tucked up. So that's where the YNs, they gonna be looking at them. Yeah, that's who they're looking at now. They got the paper to kind of get them shapes right. While you got the 22, 23-year-olds running around here big backed. You dig? Eating all that garbage. You see? Also, like the aunties now, they got financial leverage. You see, that's the thing. See, a lot of these older women out here, they're financially stable. These women got nice cribs, they driving nice ass whips. You dig? That's appealing to niggas now. In Atlanta, especially, you got dudes out here with bullet wounds running around underground. They need shelter. So a lot of these dudes, they come to Atlanta, they need to hold something. You dig? Some of these dudes out here, they ain't really got it popping like they need to get it popping. So you got this cougar with a nice little crib up in Buckhead somewhere, where a dude can go post up and chill. Well, what you think he gonna do? Chill in your project with your mom, or go over here with this cougar with a big ass and air conditioning and snacks? Where you think he gonna go? Come on now, it's different out here. Yeah, these women, these aunties keep snacks. They keep a house full of snacks. So the YNs be up in there eating real good. Yeah, come on now, the game is different out here. Young ladies, y'all better step it up in Atlanta. And these older women, they're more sexually confident, they're more experienced. They didn't grown past all their insecurities. You dig? Now, listen, let me tell you something. These aunties, see, they're at these ages now where they done got them a signature move. You understand what I'm saying? See, the young 20 somethings, y'all just kind of think, okay, you just gonna lay there and let a nigga do what he do. All you gotta do is lay there, and that's good enough. Nigga, these aunties, they know how to do all types of things with their mouth and hands. They got all types of little moves that they done perfected when they was married to Willie Earl for 15 years. You understand? Willie Earl showed them how to please a nigga. You dig? Some of these women are divorcees. They were dating old niggas, and them old niggas gonna tell them what to do. Willie Earl done taught her how to lick balls and all types of stuff. So Miss Lurleen be doing tricks with her damn mouth that these young women don't know nothing about. You understand? They're using it on these YNs out here. Y'all better understand the game is different. It's different now. You see? These women got signature moves. They know how to put their leg a certain way on a nigga to really bust it down on them. You know? Y'all don't be sleeping on Miss Lurleen, which got her some ass now and got her a tummy tuck, so she's throwing it back. Come on, man, it's different. Yeah, these niggas are looking content out here. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Here's another thing, man. Listen, these aunties now, they know how to market themselves online. See, a lot of, back in the day, the older women, they weren't really on the internet and stuff like that. They now some of these aunties and grannies, they got little Instagram pages, they got TikTok pages, some of them got OnlyFans. You understand? And they got a little money to get photographers to do these photo shoots and um high quality cameras and just really doll up the shots. You dig? They got stylists, social media managers. They know how to market that shit now, dude. It looks all glamorous and fly to a young nigga. As opposed to these young women, y'all out here twerking in dirty ass housing project bedrooms with a goddamn air mattress and um, towels for curtains. That shit ain't appealing no more. That ain't working for you. You up here struggle twerking, that ain't cutting it for these Atlanta niggas. That ain't it. The Atlanta niggas done stepped it up. These Atlanta niggas done changed the game, ladies. I'm telling y'all, you don't come out here with that bullshit with these Atlanta niggas. These niggas have stepped it all the way up. Y'all better come with it. Niggas want gifts out here in Atlanta. All that dirty twerking ain't cutting it. Man, you better have glamour shots, a stylist, a $2,000 lace front. You better have your shit looking right for these dudes out here. Man, it's different. Yeah, these YNs, they trying to get a bag out here. I saw some of those young players out there at the mall. They going over there to what's that? Is it Phipps Plaza? That's the high end stuff. They walking across the street with Gucci bags. You dig? Young players. They getting that from them Cougars. They getting that from them Cougars. Some of them young players, they don't mind being a boy toy to a Cougar. They don't mind. The sugar mama game is real. Yeah, these dudes don't mind at all. And they ain't tripping too. And that's another thing. They ain't trying to nag a nigga about no relationship. They ain't all, hey, do you want to be with me? And no, 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 no. They're like, look, nigga, here, here's some of this pussy. Yeah, I got you a couple of Gucci belts. All right, and come holler at me next weekend. I got business to handle. They women are doing it like that on these dudes, and they ain't got a problem with it. They don't have a problem with it whatsoever. You see? And also the whole idea of what's old, that's kind of changed now. You see, back in the day, like 49, back in the 80s, a 49-year-old woman back in the 80s, you know, that was like Alfre Woodard or some shit. 49-year-old lady was like a grandmother, back in the 80s. Somebody was 49 years old. We look at her as somebody retiring, walking around, um, you know, looking like Viola Davis in The Help, just walking to work by foot. Just that's what we used to think of a 49-year-old back in the 80s. You know, just walking to the grocery store, just doing shit like that. You know, out there planting in her garden or some shit. That's what we thought. Now, shit, 49. That's somewhere shit, getting flued out somewhere with a big old ass, big titties hanging out, got abs and feet done, got a lace front, out here juggling niggas. The 49-year-olds got a whole roster of niggas. Yeah, the 49-year-olds are different now, especially in Atlanta. They different. They got a roster. You dig? That they old, but that pussy new. They done got all types of vaginal tightening going on. They doing all types of surgeries. They doing stuff where you can tighten the coochie, the ass big, the coochie tight. Yeah, she got grown ass kids, but now that coochie is new. You dig? So you ain't smashing that old birthing cooch no more. That coochie is different. So the 50 something year old, she got new cooch, while the 22-year-old done been ran through. Her coochie is all cavernous and huge and flopping around. Coochie lips flopping around in the wind like damn Subway sandwich meat, and it ain't feeling like Miss Gladys. Miss Gladys, her shit feel tight. The YNs are going to Miss Gladys. Come on now, I'm telling y'all, the game is different. Miss Gladys got tight cooch, big ass, big old titties, nice car, comfortable crib, snacks. Yeah, and she ain't tripping on where you at and where you going. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And Miss Gladys is throwing a couple of dollars to the nigga's rap career now. The dude's trying to rap, she'll give you some studio money. You dig? So they're investing in the nigga's dream out here now. It's different. The young girls can't do shit. You can't invest in the nigga dream. Well, you can twerk in the video, but Miss Gladys is putting some money down on the studio. Yeah, come on, it's different out here in Atlanta. Ladies, y'all better step that thing up. Y'all can't be walking around here with bonnets on looking dusty no more. Come on, man. Young ladies, that ain't it. Yeah, that ain't it. So yeah, and I love Atlanta. But boy, I'm seeing the dynamic has changed. It's very, very different. Yeah, these aunties are giving you a run for your damn money out here. They're giving your ass a run for your money. Yeah. Let me Ty Powell. Hop on, Ty. I didn't know you were down here, Ty.
Yeah. I live in Alpharetta, Johns Creek.
All
So
right.
that's like 10, 15 minutes above Buckhead.
Oh yeah.
And
Man.
yeah, it's probably the most expensive real estate in Georgia. Milton, Johns Creek, and Alpharetta. And there's more plastic surgeons here than there are McDonald's.
Oh damn. Damn.
And like, yeah, I just paid for my wife's BBL and that shit was 12.5.
Damn.
12.5. And they don't take United Healthcare, Cigna, they don't take none of that. It's cash money. Or
Wow.
credit or care credit. That's what the hoes is getting now. They're getting care credit. So
Yeah.
that's why they getting all the BBLs. You can get up to 25,000 with a 600 credit score.
Oh
So
damn.
that's why Atlanta's booming like that. It is like plastic surgeon heaven here.
It's the ass capital. It's just
Yeah, it's
ass
ass capital.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you see his ass,
Yeah,
ass
dude.
everywhere.
Yes, indeed.
All
And
right.
yes, but thank you, brother. Yeah, that's another thing. See, a lot of these aunties, they can get good BBLs out here. I saw a young girl, she was like she had on a nursing uniform. She was like skinny and had her BBL looked cheap. Had a cheap BBL. She looked like she had an iRobot ass. She looked like iRobot. It was skinny with a big wide hips and a big ass. It looked weird. It looked cheap. Like she got hers on the like at the Decatur Mall or some shit. It was a cheap BBL. So yeah, that don't even look right. These aunties are getting them done right. So the game is different. Boykin, hop on in.
Hi, good evening. I'm over here holding my side together because I'm laughing hard.
How are you,
Because
dear?
I,
What's
I'm one of those aunties, okay? I'm in that auntie generation where,
oh
yeah, we get some work done because we got to put it down when you running after these young ones here. And I don't mind a little bit of change after some guy's dream, right? He wanted to big, I'm going to finance him, okay?
yes.
We've got to reinvest in our own. And ladies, even if you have to get plastic surgery, if you 48 like I am and you can throw it out there, throw it out there. Peace, love, and
No, hold
reparations.
on before Miss Boykin. Now, is this you in the picture in the green with the green?
Yes, that is me. That's a photo of me from last year.
And who's the dude?
What dude?
Yeah, there's a lady with green on, and there's a dude kissing her.
Oh my gosh. That's a long story.
Now let's hear it. Now what city are you in, by the way?
I'm up here stranded in Seattle, Washington.
Okay, so this dude, you sound like he looks like a younger gentleman. How old was he? The guy in the picture, how old was he?
38.
Okay, yeah, you so you got now what is he foreign? He kind of has a foreign look. Where is he from?
Originally, he is from the Caribbean.
Oh,
He was
okay.
he
Yeah.
was a boy. You know, I get lonely and I gotta have me a boy toy, and
Mm,
they don't cheat. And listen, I'm 5'11", and I
mm,
gotta have something my height or bigger. I can't, no short man. Sorry.
mm-hmm. I have to, hey, ma'am, I see that. I feel you. And that's another thing, family. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of Africans and Caribbeans in here, and they're getting them aunties. In Atlanta. That's another thing. Not only you got the YNs out here, these African and Caribbean brothers, you got YNs coming from Ghana and Nigeria and Trinidad and Jamaica. You got a lot of them Caribbean and African YNs coming up in here. So yeah, they going after the aunties. They're going after them aunties heavy. It's heavy up here in Atlanta, man. That's all I'm saying. It's different, young ladies. It is different. Ladies, y'all got to step it up. Hold on one second. Um, hold on. Hold on. I'm checking somebody. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let me get some more calls. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get some more calls in here. Let me see. Y'all raise your hand. Raise your hand if you are ready. Let's get new royalty in the building. New royalty in the building. And if we got any cougars and aunties, y'all let me know. Talk to me. I want to talk to some of these aunties. Y'all, some these aunties are winning. Nigga, these aunties are winning. I'm not even mad at you. Can't be mad at you. These aunties ain't bullshitting out here. New royalty, what's happening? New royalty. What's up, brother? You want to unmute your microphone, sir? All right. New royalty. There
Yo,
you go.
peace. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Everything's good, man. Yo, I know we was talking about lineage and all that shit, right?
Right.
And how do you feel about like all the master teachers talking about like just being Pan-Africanist and all that?
The thing is, man, we have a lineage.
Yeah.
We have a lineage that goes here. It's a very distinct lineage that other people don't have.
Mm.
So people can have whatever ideology they want to have. Your lineage doesn't change. That's the great thing. See, a lot of people want to argue with us about our lineage. There is no argument whatsoever. Nothing they say can change our lineage. You can be a Pan-Africanist if you want to. That's fine. That doesn't change your lineage. If you want to believe that you come from a moon planet or whatever, you want to believe in the planet Risk or whatever, that's fine. But if your lineage comes from the foundation of this country, you're still a foundational Black American. You can
Cause
be you can be a foundational Black American and a Pan-Africanist. You can be all of that. But yeah, none of that changes your lineage. Now, sir, are you Puerto Rican, by the way, sir?
yes, I'm part Puerto Rican. Yes,
There you go. Yeah, you from New York?
yes.
There you go.
Cause
Well, yeah,
cause
yeah.
I know like the master teachers like Professor James Smalls and like Dr. John Henry Clark and shit like that. They was all straight Pan Africans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they did enough like research like to for the roots out here and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, they knew because Dr. John Henry Clark would always talk about how the Black people in America, how we built so many institutions. He said that the Black Americans built more institutions here than any group of Black people on the planet. So they've always spoken on the um, specific lineage of black people here, especially Brother Smalls, James Small. He understands the lineage that we have here that's unique. And he still embraces Africa, as do I. I don't have a problem with Africa. I really don't. I don't have a problem with Africa whatsoever. I don't have a problem with the Caribbean. I embrace them as an extended family. I do. But we are still foundational Black Americans. We do have a unique lineage. Just like some of them, you have people in who might be in Jamaica who are cool people. You have people who are in Haiti who are cool people who look at me and look at us as their extended brothers, but they still recognize their own unique lineage as Haitians, and we respect that. And we ask that they respect our unique lineage as foundational Black Americans. So it's all about respecting each other's lineage, right?
Yeah, peace. That's cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, my man. I appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't have a problem. We really don't. I don't. I can speak for me. I can't. I cannot speak for 43 million plus people. I'm not the representative. I can only speak for me. As a foundational Black American, I don't have a problem with nobody from no other place. But I'm not a continental African. I have African genetics, but I'm not a continental African. I'm a foundational Black American. And that's fine. I don't do that whole generic African shit. I'm not. You dig? I don't have citizenship in no country in Africa. I don't get protections from no country in Africa. You dig? I get my backup from the people from my lineage, foundational Black Americans. You dig? That's where I get my protection. See, that's what I look at. People look at what group can protect them to the best degree. Whatever group that can protect you, that's the group you claim. You dig? That's why people claim gangs. You understand? Because gangs, the purpose of gangs is protection. That's the main purpose of a gang. You get in a gang for protection. Anybody who got in a gang, they initially got in it for protection. Always. The first thing was protection. You growing up, you're somewhere where you are vulnerable and you don't want to get jumped. And in order to not get jumped, you join this group of people who's going to look out for you and not let you get jumped. And then what happens is when they jump one of your friends, you got to jump in and protect them too. See? So now you all have to protect each other. So y'all have to jump in and take on each other's beefs. That's what part of a gang is. You're jumping in and taking on each other's beefs. So somebody jumps you or jumps your buddy, y'all jump them and protect each other from the people who are ops. That's what gang banging is, basically. That's all it is. It's all about protection. That's the basis of it. Then it gets into something else, and but I'm just giving you the basics of it, and I'm not saying that to glorify anything. I'm just giving you the social, political understanding of what that is. Let me get Made Music in the building, brother. Made Music, hop on in. I see our good brother Black Alpha in the building. Made Music, what's up, brother?
What's going on, boss man? Welcome. Thank you for welcoming me to the stage. I want to say hello to everybody. I'm
Hmm.
right here in Lithonia, Georgia, and I just wanted to shout everybody out. You, most of all, Tariq, um, and my brother Robbie Blue's not in the building tonight, but I also want to shout him out and welcome you to Atlanta. Right here at Made Music Studios in Lithonia, Georgia. If you need me, just let me know.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. All right. Shout out to that brother. Yeah, I love Atlanta, man. Atlanta has that hospitality. Ever since I've been here, all my Atlanta folks been hitting me up like, yo, you need me to come get you. You need a Sprinter van. You need this. You need that. They always look out. Atlanta looks out. Atlanta definitely looks out. But man, dude, I was at the Lenox Mall and I'm like, oh, okay. These brothers are stepping it the hell up. They're stepping it up. And I kept seeing all them aunties hopping out of them Benz trucks and man, with these fine ass bodies, these aunties are killing the game. Big ass booties bouncing all around. And they got gray hair with big ass booties running around here with all that damn dunk. with old faces. I'm like, all right, ma'am, go ahead. Got ass like damn Nicki Minaj and a face like Cicely Tyson. Out here winning with niggas. Man, I'm not mad at him. Let's get some more people in here because we got a lot of folks in here. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get DK. DK in the building. What's up, brother DK? DK in the building. Where you at, player? DK, where you at? All right, DK, you're not saying nothing, brother? What's up, D? What's going on with your phone, player? Your phone is janky. What's up, D?
Tariq on the sheets.
Okay. Brother, are you driving under a bridge? Why are your phone so janky? DK?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Are you outside somewhere? Where you at? Where you at right now? Are you at work?
Yes, I'm over.
Okay. Do you work at a subway? It sound like you're underground somewhere.
Well, I can tell you though. But I just wanted to say, funny.
Yeah, we brother,
I'm quite to you.
brother. Well, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're gonna have to go somewhere upstairs so I can hear you better. Or that your supervisor? Sound like they're telling you to bring some more boxes down to the Amazon warehouse or something. Something's going on, brother?
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Are you working at Amazon, brother?
No, I'm working at a grocery store.
Oh, grocery store. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere you're stocking up something. You're down in a supply room somewhere. You're down low.
Okay.
So I can hear you a little bit better. What's on your mind?
Okay, nothing much. I just wanted to say, you're a pretty funny guy though. That song Bushmeat was so funny. That song
Oh yeah.
You niggas, that was catchy as hell, bro. You kind of fun with the thumbnails.
Yeah. And I hear an accent with you. Are you Caribbean?
Yeah.
What part of the Caribbean? Jamaica?
I'm half Caribbean, half
Oh, okay. What part of the Caribbean is the first half? Where?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Okay. And what part of Africa?
Kenya.
Kenya. Okay. Oh, there it is, my man. All right. Well, yeah. When you get upstairs, when you get a better reception, call back, brother. I would like to talk. We can talk, but yeah, it's just hard to hear from you. All right. Let's talk to a sister here. Let's get Sophia Nicole. Let's get Sophia Nicole in the building. Miss Sophia Nicole.
Hey, Tariq.
Hey, beloved, how are you, dear?
I am doing good. I'm sitting up here crocheting. My birthday on the 1st. I'm excited to be 43.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So I'm in that age range, but
Yeah.
I don't date younger than 35 because I got a 22-year-old. I'm not dating her pool. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Can't do it. So I can't date nobody that I could have possibly been their mama.
Oh, Lord. So you're not trying to be a super cougar, Sophia? You're not
No. And then
Sophia, go ahead.
I'm one of the ones that you was talking about. We got skills that can,
Did Charlie Earl teach you something when you were with
sure
him?
did, and I'm still messing with Charlie Earl, so
Oh,
I'm good.
that's your baby girl's dad?
No. He's in
Oh.
my age range.
Oh.
And he out there in Atlanta, so he probably got him a cougar.
Oh, damn. Now where's your ex-husband?
He out there in Atlanta. I ain't
now,
talking to him in 10 years. We good.
Oh, Lord.
We good.
Now, where are you now? Where are you now?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Now, what brought you to Ohio?
Something new. I just wanted a new start, and I got it, and I live a good life.
That's
with me and
good.
my kids.
That's
So,
good.
What I was gonna ask is, I need to talk to you because I would love to have my father in the museum. He was a great chess player back in the '60s. I'll talk to you about him. Leroy Jackson. If you
Mm,
Google him, his stats are very good. He
mm.
should have been a grandmaster. He should have been.
But how come they didn't let him be a grandmaster?
I don't know. My sister accidentally Googled my dad and found out he used to live in New York, and we didn't get a chance to ask him because he had transitioned.
Oh wow, wow, wow. Now, when did he pass, by the way?
He passed in 2013.
Okay, over like a decade ago. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
look more. I'm gonna look more into him. That's interesting. I'm gonna look more into the brother. I definitely look into that. Back Chop, what's up, Back Chop? Um, Back Chop. You want to unmute your mic, Back Chop? All right, Back Chop ain't saying nothing. Let's get car salesman. Car salesman.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, car salesman. What's up, brother?
Oh, I finally made it up. Hey, Tariq, how you doing and how's the rest of the family?
Man, everybody's good. Thank you, sir.
First of all, I want to thank you because you're in D.C. now and you
Uh,
signed your book, the Race Baiter, at the Reparations rally. Big Daddy Kane doing his thing. It was a phenomenal day being there that day. It
yes.
was sunny, it was beautiful, and then when you would come out of the place where you were getting cool, you would come back out, you would take pictures with everybody,
Oh, yeah.
then you go back in, and let me tell you something. But the real deal was at the Arusta Sussy in California. See, I was there before the fires,
Oh,
and all
okay.
the comedians, the environment. And let me tell you something, Tariq. That woman who made that macaroni and cheese, you better keep her in your pocket. Because
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the best macaroni and cheese. I thought she was from the South. I'm calling you from Florida right now.
Yes,
But the
sir.
main thing I wanted to talk about was I was born in '65 in Miami. And in the '70s, it was very cool. It was great. It was very nice. Under Jimmy Carter, 1979, 1980, I know you remember the Mariel boat lift when
Yep.
Castro emptied out all his prisons and 350,000 Cubans hit South Beach.
And
Now,
the
let me
black
tell
folks
you,
out there didn't like it. They didn't like it out there
we
at
had
all.
no, they didn't like it, but Jimmy Carter papered them up. They got
Yep.
loans, they got food stamps, they got the credit score was 780 above. They got property. Now look 40 years later. Cubans run Miami right now.
Yep.
And then in 1980, boom, CIA sends crack cocaine. And let me tell you something, Tariq, watching the black community, because my father worked very, very hard. He was the band that backed up Patti LaBelle at the Hampton House in the 60s. I don't know if you know about the Hampton House. It was where everybody went to party and get their groove on. But I
Hmm.
tell you, when crack hit, I saw professionals, doctors, lawyers, judges. It spread like a pandemic all throughout the country. So I know for a fact that it had to be planned. If you look, I know they probably buried it. In 60 Minutes, a well-renowned journalist TV show that's on today, they were showing how the CIA was loading up a 747. I watched it. I was in the 10th grade. They loaded up which was the biggest plane back then. They loaded up the cargo area. They loaded up the passenger area full of bricks and kilos of cocaine. Now here I am watching the plane taxi off the air in Colombia, and then the reporter was like, "Why don't y'all just stop it before it gets to America?" Oh, we just want to see where the case goes. Yeah, right.
Yes, indeed.
Man, let me tell you
But
something.
thank you, brother. I gotta land your plane because I gotta get some more calls. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, family. Y'all gotta land your plane. Everybody, you gotta land your plane. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, but you gotta kind of land your plane because what happens is I'm looking when y'all talk too long. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna land your plane because when I see the numbers going down, because sometimes when y'all be talking, I look at the numbers. Some of the numbers go down. When y'all see the numbers going down, I'm gonna have to land your plane for you. Y'all land your planes. I respect your passion, much love. But sometimes when you just kind of go on and on and on, we start losing listeners. You dig? You start losing listeners sometimes. So you gotta land your plane. Sometimes people get nervous and they just kind of want to get everything out. And you got to really be cognizant of there's an audience listening. Y'all got to be cognizant of the audience. You dig? Remember, there's a lot of people listening, and a lot of people just don't want to hear you go on and on and on and on and on. They just, even though your story is interesting to you, the audience, they tune out of it sometimes. If it just goes on and on and on, it has to be, you got to kind of get to the point. You dig? You got to get to the point. This is the internet age. People want you to get to the point. You got to get to the point and then land your plane. All right, that's it. With love and respect. Back chop, you here? Back chop. Okay, back. Let me get you out of here. Just somebody, these weird emo ass white people want to get up in here. These weirdos. Man, let's get Percy Earl in here. Let's get Mr. Percy Earl. Percy Earl in here. What's going on, Percy Earl?
What's going on, brother Tariq and FBA family? I was coming back up here to reiterate on what you said about the old Cougars.
Yes.
I up here in Nashville, I had me one when I left college about 10 years ago. Um, Ran into her at Target on a Sunday morning. That's where you meet
Mm,
them all. That's where you meet all the good ones. But she had her own crib. She was a nurse down here in Nashville. We have Vanderbilt. It's like one of the best hospitals in the South.
yeah.
She was a nurse in there. I think she was some type of high up nurse. Man, I ran into her. I'm like, okay, I'm finna play this little cougar. She had her body done and everything like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she put all them old tricks on me, had me stuck, dog. Had me
Mm.
like, oh my God. Like had me in my feelings. I got too attached, man.
Uh-oh.
But I just had to touch it on it.
Yeah.
Y'all have the rest of the night, man.
Thank you, brother. I'm telling you, man. Some of them cougars, man, they done learned some things. They done learned a signature move. They done been around the block. They know what pleases a nigga. They know certain things to do with their mouth and their hands and their feet. They just know how to do little nuances that be getting niggas sprung. Because a lot of them, they've been in relationships. They've been in long relationships. And then when you in long relationships, Willie Earl lets you know what he likes. So they know what to do. Yeah. So yeah, that's the young girls. Y'all got to compete with that now. All right, let's get a baby, a BB. What's up, a BB? A BB. Hop in, a BB. Unmute your microphone, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. A BB Adugna. All right. It might take him a minute to unmute the phone because he might be foreign. While we're waiting on a BB, let's get let's get angelic. Let's get angelic in the building. Angelic, what's happening? Angelic, what is going on? Angelic, unmute your microphone. One of you, Angelic or BB? There you go. Angelic, what's up?
Okay. What's up? I just want to say thank you so much, Tariq, for all that you do. And I'm definitely learning from all of you guys, plus some. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of play devil's advocate because I'm still young and I need a husband and I ain't trying to be no sugar mama.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, yeah, you are relatively young. Now, listen, you got to compete with Miss Gloria out here, who's like 50.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
I'm not. But listen, Miss Gloria is 51 with a new big ass, and she has a big ass. She done
See,
got her ass done.
I'm not knocking Miss Gloria. I'm not knocking Miss Gloria. I think I can learn a lot from Miss Gloria. But I want a husband, somebody I can grow old with. I ain't trying to send no sugar out because I'm old.
I know, but now we got to think now. Okay, you're 31. How can you compete with Miss Gloria? All right, now
She don't
look.
have no kids. No
Uh,
kids.
okay,
No.
okay, okay. But Miss Gloria, her kids are grown now. They out the house, so technically she ain't got no kids.
You know what? I'm not
Miss
about to sit here and go.
Miss Gloria's kids are grown, so Miss Gloria got that big house to herself. Ain't no kid. She might have the grandkids over every now and then, but you ain't got to be in there raising nobody's kids no more. Them kids are grown. So I'm saying Miss Gloria, it ain't looking too bad for Miss Gloria. The young niggas are like, damn, they trying to be over there with the snacks in the Mercedes Benz trucks and the big ass.
Well,
So
you know what? I'll say this, and I'm gonna land my plane here.
yeah.
If I find me a man that want to be my husband, Miss Gloria can stick around
No,
too.
what you gonna have? No. What you gonna have to do? You 31. You gonna have to get Willie Earl. That's what you gonna have to
Oh
get.
no!
Yes,
I'm done.
you got to get Willie
She
Earl.
tried that already. She tried dating an older man. It didn't
No,
work.
I'm not doing no Willie Earl. I can't. I don't need no sugar daddy.
No, sweetie, the YNs is too tantalizing for the YNs out here. You got to get Willie Earl, who works at a car dealership, who sells insurance. He's a church deacon. Willie Earl is gonna cherish you. That's
Well,
where it's
goddamn
at.
it! If any Willie Earls in this audience, y'all please reach out.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
what
Christ.
Matthew. Look. That's what Matthew Knowles did. He got him a little young 30-something thing.
Do
That's
you know
gonna.
him? Can you hook
You did.
up?
That's what Venus and Serena's daddy did. He got him a little young thing. You're gonna have to get you a Richard Williams. That's what you're gonna have to get. Which,
Y'all reach out.
yeah, all right, dear. Thank you. Y'all listen, y'all young women, Willie Earl, that's gonna have to y'all gonna have to get on Willie. Y'all got to get for Willie Earl. That's what it's gonna be. You see, it's a different vibe out here. Willie Earl is down to help you. He's gonna help you upgrade. He's gonna get you off that air mattress. That's where your husband is gonna be. Y'all got to go older, ladies. Y'all got to go older. The young brothers, these aunties are scooping these niggas up. I'm seeing this shit all up in Atlanta. All these young niggas with all this fresh jewelry sitting in the passenger seat of Miss Gloria's Mercedes Benz truck. These dudes are being kept out here. Miss Gloria and them are winning, dude. I'm telling you. These old fine women out here with these banging ass bodies and money. Shit. It's different, man. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game out here, man. Let's get um Miss Stacy. Let's get Miss Stacy in here. Miss Stacy up here looking like she got her little YN somewhere at the crib. Miss Stacy got her little something. Miss Stacy, hop on, dear.
What?
Miss Stacy, you got your
I'm
little
dying.
you got your a little young boy toy somewhere, Miss Stacy.
Tariq, I'm about to be 52 in 2 weeks. I am not
Mm-hmm.
dating my son's friends. My son just turned 30. Matter of fact, he's the one I called in. You were teasing me about him going to Hawaii, that his Mexican friend buying his ticket.
Oh
Um,
yeah. What happened with that, by the way?
he made it home safe. He sent me pictures. They had a nice little time. You know, he said
Did
nothing jumped off, but
oh
like you said,
please.
he ain't gonna tell his mama, so I ain't asking no. I'm like,
Like
okay, well, whatever.
well, you about to have well, like I said, you're gonna have a little half Mexican grandbaby.
We'll
You
see.
gonna yes indeed. So,
I'll see. I'll see. I'll see in 9 months. But no, I'm not a cougar.
okay.
I do not chase the young boys. They chase me.
Mm.
But I have to, I try to let them down nicely and tell them
Now
that
how young
uh-oh, it looks sound like the phone went out. You said what now?
no, yeah, I was saying how young would you go?
How young would I go? Well, my last relationship, we were 3.5 years. He was 5 years younger than me, and I really don't want to do that again.
Mm. Now why don't
And
you want to
he
do that?
he came after me. He actually thought I was younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
He thought I was still in my 30s, and I was
Mm.
like, no, But I don't, I don't know. It seems like they have a problem with it. It develops into because I try to be submissive and let them, I let a man lead. I recognize, you're grown, you're a man, I'm the female, we have our roles, but he's did well. I can't judge. I won't judge all men the same. But
Mhm.
this particular individual seemed to have a problem, I think, with the fact that he felt like he had to prove too much. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like, I'm already going to follow your lead, so you don't
Mhm.
have to do all this extra. So yeah, I don't know. I don't
Mhm.
know if I will go that low again. I may. You never know.
Mhm.
But right now it's just up in the air.
Now, what's the oldest you went? Have you dated guys older than you?
Ooh, yes. The oldest I've ever went was like 13
Mm.
years.
Okay, now how old were you?
At the time I was, let me see, how old was he? He was 58. So I was 45.
Okay, so you had your little Willie Earl. How was Willie Earl? How did he
Uh,
treat you?
uh, he ended up, I found out, we wasn't together very long, but I found out he ended up being a hobosexual.
Uh-oh. Well, he
And
looks.
I had to get rid of him. I was like, oh no, no, no. If you can't contribute, you got to go.
Oh, because he just living off women, basically.
He was trying to, yeah. And I was like, yeah, we're not doing, we don't do that up in here.
Mm,
So,
mm.
and I told him, I said, you don't act like you don't want a job. You should be, he was living in the past. He was one of those always, oh, I used to be this and I used to be that. I was like, yeah, but you ain't doing nothing now.
Oh, Lord.
And you at the age where you should be retiring, not
Right,
still looking for work.
right. That's pathetic.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, and my son was living with me at the time. I said I shouldn't be expecting my son. I'm expecting my son to, my son is paying his bills on time. He's making sure stuff is done. I said, you should be doing better than what my son is doing right now. My son
Mm,
had 2 jobs. I said, how is my son working 2 jobs and you can't even find one?
wow. Well,
So I said, no, you got to go.
yeah, yes, indeed. Thank you, dear. Yeah, that was a bad look. Yeah, a 58-year-old dude, you ain't got it together. Yeah, she might as well go get one of the YNs out here. Yeah, you got to have your shit together. You can't be damn near 60, you ain't got your shit together. Japan. What's up, Japan? All right. Japan. Are we in here, Japan? All right. Japan ain't saying nothing. All right, let's get some folks up in here. Raise those hands. What's up, my good sister Brooke down there? What's up, Professor Alan and Sister Wani and Brother Macau in the building? Uh, what's up, Japan? Well, that's a lot of noise.
Good morning, all too.
How are you, Japan? Okay, this is one of the East Indian dudes. That's not no Japanese accent. That's one of them damn East Indian dudes trying to run a finesse. All right, get your ass out of here. Let me get him out. Here they go with that nonsense. All right. Yeah, that's one of them East Indian dudes. Let's get the Earth Angel. The Earth Angel in the building. The Earth Angel. Hop on in. The Earth Angel, unmute your microphone if you can. That would be great if you unmute that mic.
What's up, Tariq?
What's up, Earth Angel? How are you?
I'm good. You up in Atlanta just acting a fool, boy.
Man,
Anyway,
Atlanta is different. But what's going on with you, beloved?
I came up here to tell you to try to be mindful. I have a 19-year-old that listens to every show, every podcast or whatever. And I don't want you to be promoting these old bags to him, okay? He's 19, he's a baby.
Uh, now, what
So
city?
no, baby. Don't do that, baby.
Now, what city is he in?
We in Las Vegas.
Okay. And hey, man, listen. These older women, these cougars, are coming at these cats now. They're enticing. They all on Instagram. Your son might be looking at some of these nanas now with them big asses. They're really enticing these young players out here. So you got to be
I'm
careful.
done. Don't listen to him, Pooh. I'm gone.
But he gonna show up with a brand new PS5 and some new Jordans. You know where it came from. It came from Miss Gladys. All right. So that's what it is. He gonna come home smelling like a new Louis Vuitton bag and white diamonds perfume. Miss Gladys is gonna lay it on him. Man, come on now. These Cougars ain't playing out here. They playing for keeps out here. They got these YNs sewn up out here, man. It's different. Y'all better hide your sons, sisters. You know, your son, you gonna bring his your stepdaughter gonna be older than you, ladies. Come on, sisters, y'all gonna have old stepdaughters. Y'all gonna have some cougar stepdaughters in here. Your stepdaughter's gonna be 5 years older than your ass. You dig? How that gonna feel? You know, your daughter come in the house looking like Sojourner Truth, talking about, "Hi, mom." How that gonna feel, ladies? I'm telling you, this game is different out here. All right, y'all raise your hands. Let's get we got a lot of people in here. Yes, we do. We got let's get Judgment in here. Judgment, what's up, Judgment? Judgment in the building.
Hey Tariq, how you doing this fine night today?
I'm good, brother Judgment. How are you, brother? You in a truck?
Yes, sir. I'm just outside Nashville, Tennessee. Sorry
Sound
for
like,
the.
are you at Bucky's?
I wish, man, I could never go to one.
I
I
said, give me
just,
a pecan log and a barbecue sandwich. Shit.
God damn. Nah, I'm just coming in, man. I hear what you're talking about, and I just wanted to ask, as a newly married young, well, I'm 32, so
Yeah.
I can't say I'm young. I'm not a YN, but
Yes.
as a newly married man, black man, uh, how would you suggest you go about uh, you know, pushing ideas that are conducive to your marriage and not trying to seem, what's the word, overbearing. And I say
I
that not because, but some ideas that some girls be coming out with blow my mind. I'm like, did you think them through? Now, I'll drop my truck off on that one.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's kind of vague. That was kind of vague, and plus that loud ass truck is in the back, so it was kind of vague. Like what ideas to push. It just depends on the ideas, man. Yeah, that's too vague. That's too vague because what ideas do you want to push? You want to push the idea of you and your lady owning a business, as you want to push the idea of your lady having a three. So yeah, that vague. That can go too many different ways. That can go way too many different ways. You dig? So it's extremely, extremely vague. Okay, why do you keep saying I'm losing connections? Can y'all hear me? If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up, guys. Keep saying that I'm losing connection, but if y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. All right, y'all hear me? Thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up. If y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all hear me. Okay. Keep saying that I'm losing connection. All right, let's get the Black Hand. Black Hand, hop on in. Black Hand?
Yes, yes. Two quick questions. Percy Earl, when you gonna give him a spin-off episode?
You know what? I got to do a whole. See, yeah, Purser. It works good as a supporting character. That makes it funny when he plays off of other characters. So I do have to do some more. Everybody keeps asking for more Bucci Bear
Yeah.
episodes. So yeah, I do have to get some more Bucci Bear episodes because people are missing the Bucci Bear cartoons. Yeah, and Percy Earl is one of the favorite characters. Percy Earl is funny. So y'all go check out the Bucci Bear cartoon. That's what we're talking about. And there's a character named Percy Earl. Um, in the last one we did, what was that one called? That was real funny. Y'all go to YouTube, type in Bucci Bear cartoon and look at those episodes. Bucci Bear cartoon is very, very funny. On the last one, I did I did all of the voices. Which voice didn't I do? Yeah, I did all the voices, and the women's voices was my wife, Lexi. My wife did some of the ladies' voices at the end, but I did all the voices. I did the Morgan Freeman voice, the judge, the lawyer, Bucci, the Umar character. I did all the voices on them. Yeah. So it's very, very funny stuff. Now, on code, what's up, on code?
Peace, Tariq.
How you doing, on code?
Great, great. How you doing?
I'm great, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Lovely. Just Mac Lessons days. Just a quick reminder how it used to be back in the days.
Oh yeah,
I just want to say I'm not a YN. I'm an unk, but I'll say the older ladies, man, they got it together for the most part.
yeah,
You know, they know how to bring peace. They know you see you watching the game, they bring you a beer. You know what I mean? They know how to deal with you for the most part.
yeah, man. And hey, look out here in Atlanta, dude. I'm looking at the dynamics. I'm going into different stores and places. I've been all over Atlanta. The young women out here, the young ladies. I hate to say it, a lot of them are just looking dusty. I hate to say that. Now, back in the day, when I lived out in Atlanta for about a year back in the 90s, the young ladies, they were fly. They were real fly, and everything was, a lot of them were in college and just fly. A lot of the young women out here now, we're running around here in bonnets and pajama pants and dirty house shoes, and your lace front, crooked ponytails, and shit. Then you go to the mall and you see these older sisters, bodies all redone, big ol' ass, feet done, fly ass outfit, lace front expensive, driving nice whips. So shit, that's looking like a more viable option at these times right now. It's just, and a lot of these dudes are choosing up on that. Yeah, and I'm not saying that all the young women are dusty. I'm not insulting all the young women in Atlanta. I'm not. There's still some lovely young ladies out here, but the competition is real. The competition is real. Some of them cougars, these cougars are shining. Let me get my brother Lowski. I was with Lowski the other day. What's up, Big Low? What's up, Big Lowski? Hop on in, Lowski.
Yeah, what's good, Tariq?
What's up?
Yeah, so you absolutely right, man. I was out there. I went to Pure Lounge. I went to a couple other spots, man, and I'm a happily married man, but the Cougars, man, the older ladies, bro, they was looking at your boy, man. They was looking like they trying to get down,
Yeah.
and they was looking damn good too. They had bread, they had money. The thing is with the Cougars, man, they know what they want. That's what it is, man. Like they know what they want. They're not nervous. They go get it. They don't do all the playing around and stuff like that the younger girls do. But yeah, you're right though. In Atlanta, it, I see why you're saying that because in Atlanta, that's like the breeding ground for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I see. I'm like, damn, it's deep out here, man. This thing is for real, for real. I'm like, it's heavy out here. These cougars are not playing with y'all. These cougars then went and got them bodies done, and hey, they got a new lease on life out here. The competition is real. Yeah, so I see where the young players are stepping up with that. All right, let's get a couple of more calls in here. Y'all good? Everybody good down there? What's up, Red Joker? Great Black Shark. I see you. I see you. I see you. I would like for some cougars to call up. I want to hear some of your tips. I want y'all to kind of school the younguns on how y'all get down. Some of these cougars, y'all need to be teaching courses out here. Y'all need a cougar school out here. That's what y'all need. Damn, Spellman. Y'all need a cougar college. So y'all can start giving tips. These cougars are winning in Atlanta, nigga. Shit. They out here scooping niggas up. Even the housewives shows. Like, look at your ass. Nene, after Greg died, and R.I.P. to Greg. I like Greg's cat. After Greg died, Nene ran and got her a young nigga. She went and got her a YN. Did she get like one of them Nigerian cats? That's what happens. It's a different ball game out here. They're playing for keeps. Let's get brother By James in the building. By James in the building. By James.
Going on, King Flex?
What's up, player? How are you, sir?
Man, I am doing excellent. It's nice hearing from you again.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind me playing devil's advocate, number one, I feel like when you talked about the dusty flip flop wearing women, that's who the Cougars used to be.
Uh-oh. No.
Huh? Huh? You
Right.
dig? That's who the Cougars used to be.
Yeah.
See, now they done got their shit together.
Yeah.
Some of them were the couple of baby mamas with two daddies, you know, and so now they done got it together, got their little nursing degree, or they beauty shop, and they got a little money, got their G wagons, you know. But my thing is, real talk, what would be the aftermath, and what would be the downside for dating these young men after all that fades away? You see what I'm saying? How would they mental be? It's
I
like
don't
this.
think. Yeah, I don't even think they care. They're like,
I'm
hell,
laying, I'm landing my plane right there, sir.
thank you, brother. Hey, look, that's the thing about the Cougars. The Cougars is like, look, I done been in a long-term relationship with Willie Earl. I done that. Now I done got this body done. I done got this new ass, these new titties. My kids are grown. They out the house. My money's together. I'm getting a little check from Willie Earl too. I'm getting a little alimony and some, I'm getting some of that back end from Charlie Earl and all. They getting some money from him. So now they done got the credit together, their little businesses together. Um, they got things popping. So now they're like, let me have a little fun. All the time that I was, when I was dusty, I couldn't really have no fun. Now I can travel, I can go to the Caribbean, I can go out there to Jamaica and get one of them raft rub downs. Y'all see what they go down to Jamaica and get that white shit rubbed on them by them brothers. They get one of what is that white stuff that they rub on them? They go down there and get their ass rubbed on by them Jamaicans. What is that white stuff? Y'all see the videos. They go down to the river in Jamaica and lay on a raft and then get some kind of white coconut cream or some shit rubbed on them. And it's always a big ass cougar with a big old ass getting rubbed down by one of them niggas. So that it's fellas, that's where your granny be going. When she like, well, I gotta go, I'm going on a church revival. She going down there to get her big ass rubbed down with some papaya oil by a musty nigga in Ocho Rios. And then he might not be musty. That he might rub some of that coconut oil under his arms. But yeah, a lot of them sisters, the Cougars are going down there. They're getting them grooves back for real, for real. All right, let's get Watt. Let's get Watt in here. I got a taste for some damn grits. What place has grits this time of night? Okay, shit, I didn't know it was this late. Okay, it's late, ain't nothing open. I don't even think the Waffle House is open right now. Watt, what up, Watt?
I can't call it. What going on with your fleets?
I'm good, brother. How are you, sir?
Man, just out here living. Yeah, as far as the Cougar thing, man, yeah, like they out here major way, but Atlanta always kind of been that kind of city where the professionals always they like to trim around a little bit and get off into some other shit. So like this ain't really nothing new. Cause like I know you being from Alabama, like, you come to the city and that what shit'll get live and you'll come across a doctor or a lawyer or somebody that's in that professional world that gonna get down. So the aunties always been out here, especially in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, brother. But yeah, in the 90s, it was different. It was different. Yeah, the aunties, a lot of them, when they got a little older, they kind of, packed it up and got out the game. In the 90s, because the young girls, they were killing it out here. Them 23, 24, they were killing it in the 90s. That's why Freaknik was popping so much. Y'all look at those old Freaknik videos. Them young women were killing the game. Beautiful. Beautiful sisters. They weren't walking. They didn't have all them bonnets and shit. They weren't walking around in dingy pajamas. They kept themselves fly. They were clean. They were fly. They stayed fly. So they're very enticing. So they were, they had those young sisters. They had people coming all from all over the country coming out here to Freaknik. That was them to come be around those young girls. They were coming to see them Southern women and those Atlanta women. That was the draw. Them fine, cute, young ass, 20-something Atlanta women. That's how fly they were. That's why the strip club game was so heavy. They would go see them fly women strip, the young ones. And the aunties, they had to kind of, phase up out the game. When the back started getting big, they had to go ahead and leave the game. But now, with these BBL doctors and surgeons and all of that stuff out here, the auntie said, "Hey, no, no, I'm about to circle the block. You leave the strip club out the front door and you about to go through the back door. Hey, I'm back. I'm back with new ass, new titties, and tight cooch. So the game is different. So yeah, they weren't spinning the block like they used to back in the day. They weren't spinning the block back then. All right. Let's get HM HM in the building.
Mic check, mic check. I got a clean on mic.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
What's up?
what's good, my G? Just wanted to let you know that Waffle House over there on Georgia Tech, off West Peachtree, by I'm gonna say the Biltmore usually be open late night, like be open all night actually.
Oh, okay. So they do have an all night Waffle House over here.
Yeah, over there at Georgia Tech by the School of Business building, over there on West Peachtree.
Oh, cool, cool. I got to look that up, man. Thank you so much. Let's get independent unity truth tellers. All right. Let's get independent. What's up, independent?
I'm 25, so I'll be 25 on April 8th, married. But in the same aspect, I do have like a couple comments.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned Freaknik, right? So a lot of people thought that everybody that went down there, they got the video impressions and that was it. No, I actually was a participant. We had to keep ourselves together,
Yeah.
right? You had to come fly. If you did not come fly, you wasn't getting you were gonna be put like somewhere in the back of the van, right?
Yep. Mhm.
So if you wanted to be properly represented, you had to bring yourself properly dressed in order to do that.
Mhm.
Now we're going to flip this over to the single ladies who are, in their 50s, 40s. They are still that way, right? It's the young girls that think that they have to go show it everything and all,
Mhm.
right? To believe that that's how they're gonna get a man. Well, yeah, you're gonna get one, all right, for about 1 or 2 nights, but that's about it. Meanwhile, the mature sisters got their bag, got their job, own their businesses, own they ride, and they have decided, well, you know what? Hey, I got time. I'm going to go after one of these young men, right? That need someone to help uplift them
Mm.
for a minute, right? Because I got myself together,
Yep.
right? The young girls need to understand that going out here twerking, that ain't getting nothing done, right?
Right.
If you want to have something on your arm, then act like you want to have something on your arm. And so that's all I got to say. Like I said, I'm 25 years in deep in April. Very happy, but that's just some free advice. So with
Now,
that,
now,
I'll
how,
give up
now
the
you
mic
you
and
said you were
land my
married,
plane.
but hold on. You said you were married.
Yes,
How long you been married?
20. Well, I'll be 25 years in April.
Oh, you be married for 25 years. Oh,
Yes.
I thought you said you were 25 years old. My bad. Okay,
I
damn.
wish. I
Oh,
wish.
oh, man, 25 years. That's a long. How many kids y'all got?
We have all together. We had 4 kids. Well, one daughter unfortunately passed breast cancer very young.
Okay.
But in the same aspect, 3 are still living.
Okay, that's what's up, beloved. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, dear. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. But yeah, that sister has a point. She absolutely has a point. Yeah, all that twerking, ladies, that ain't it. That is not it. Just that's all you bringing to the table.